All right, welcome back. It's still the BlackTable, the ultimate men's guide, and so much has happened behind the scenes. A lot of conversations left and right. But before we go ahead and continue what we're talking about, I'm going to be introducing Mr. Energy himself.
Yes, sir.
A sports enthusiast, host, actor, former Big Brother contestant.
Yes, sir.
Man, the
Miracle Okafor, Paul, Miracle
and the
OP.
outfit is outfitted.
Hey, they said we sitting out on the table, so I had to
Yes.
present myself properly.
Wow.
You feel me? But I'm
Welcome, Miracle.
against Mr. Frank. I'm fully against him.
Okay.
All right. While
Hit
we're
me
on
with your
break,
points.
both of them had a conversation in regards to our last quick fire, which had to do with, do men naturally get anything from being married? And of course, Miracle here has quite a lot to share in regards to that.
Yeah, what do you think a man gains from marriage?
So
That single men don't get.
So I feel like the perspective is based on a public perception, not personal. Because if it's personal, we won't care. But is what do the public think of a married man? And let's think about that in our culture, first of all. What do the society of Nigeria, Africa, think of a married man? Responsible, family man.
Status.
You feel more likely to trust a married man than an unmarried man. You feel safer with a married man, and you're more likely to do business with a married man. So that's why in today's world, people will tell you marriage is not even about love. Marriage is a business plan between you and that girl and what you guys can do for each other to build an
That's
empire.
interesting.
Well, on the contrary.
Sorry,
Okay.
and I've said this on my podcast as well.
What's the name of your podcast again?
Saturday Brunch with Miracle OP.
Okay, cool.
You also subscribe to that. But I said on my podcast as well, I said, imagine if marriages were like football contracts. After every 5 years, we come together, decide if we want to renew. If we don't, you step away, I step away. Because we already have baby mothers roaming about. So why not just do marriages like football contracts? Facts. I mean, if the kids are not, what's going to keep us? Because back then, the kids were what held mommy and daddy together.
Yeah.
Despite what they may go through. The kids are there. So now we don't care about the kids. Why not do it as football contracts? It's because society sees a married man as the man. You're a man.
All right. I feel that anybody that considers any action or any part of life based on how society looks on him, perceives them, will fail.
Okay.
Because you are your own individual.
Yeah.
Society values are dying. They are dying fast. Now, when somebody, let's take a wealthy guy.
Yeah.
Society respects a wealthy guy,
Yeah.
a single
Regardless
wealthy
of
guy,
whatever the situation is.
more than a decent married guy.
Yeah.
That's it. Society is changing and living. So those old tenets of society that we adhere to, they are gone because new generations have come. Yeah. This is a new generation powered by technology. At the snap of the finger, the press of a button, or the opening of an app or AI, you get you're just like the genie in the lamp. Just rub it and it says, what can I do for you? Yeah. So the generation, it has changed from those days that those values were instituted. Yeah. Right now, it is very difficult. There are divorces everywhere. Yeah. Happening, it didn't used to happen then. Yeah. I feel with social media, those days, you sit at home, you interact with people maybe at town meetings, at community, at shindigs and everything happens once in a while, and you go back home to take care of your family. Now you are sitting at home and portals of what is going on out there unleashed on your phone. Yeah. So what are you seeing? Right. So you are seeing women. You're seeing women saying, I'm the boss lady, I'm a bad bitch, and I'm accomplished, I'm this, I don't need a man, I don't know, and they are looking little, young ladies are scrolling and saying, you know what? When you look at the devil long enough, it will start becoming your role model.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So what happens is they start living that life, and that particular life cannot keep a marriage. That's why you have divorces.
Are you saying social media is the reason why
It's one of the reasons.
a lot of
reasons.
marriages are not lasting?
Yes, one of the reasons.
I just think
Yes.
people are quitters.
No.
I honestly think people are quitters.
Miracle, before you
in
get
today's
on the
world.
show.
No. You know there are two entities involved in marriage, not one.
Of course.
So now whether you like it or not, if one person is not a quitter and the other one is a quitter, that marriage will head for the rocks.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people marry, like I said this on my podcast as well. I was like, every woman wants a 1% man.
What's a 1%?
A 1% man is a tall guy, rich, successful, affluent. They want that guy.
Okay.
A guy that's going to spend a lot of money on them, a guy that's going to take care of all their bills, a traditional man.
Yeah.
What we saw our father as, because he paid the school fees,
Yeah.
he took care of mommy, he took care of the house. A traditional man. That's what they want.
Yeah, but I need, before you go any further,
Yeah.
Frank asked Gang a question about what do you think a married man in today's society will be getting that a single man can't get?
Yes.
I think if we can start with that, we can
What
analyze.
does a man gain in marriage?
Yeah.
That's a
Societal
single
respect.
guy. There's a what?
Societal respect.
Society doesn't have respect. Is it?
But we're still dictated by society, though.
No, we are not.
I
Yeah,
think
but
we are.
like he
I
said, a
believe
wealthy
we are.
man also gets that kind of respect. And
Yeah,
if it's
and it doesn't
By that same society.
But okay, let me put it like this: if a single guy had a lot of money and he was staying right here, and a married man, 2 kids, 1 girl, 1 boy, beautiful family, was right here, had a lot of money, and you were in a party, and you had to mingle with one potentially to do business with, who are you going to lean more towards?
the one that has more money.
No, they both have the same amount of money.
Okay, they have the same amount of money. Who would I do business with?
Who would you feel safer?
Safer with.
The single
Be
guy.
honest.
The single guy, because I know the single guy doesn't have a woman that he has to go to say, well, honey, what do you think of this guy?
Yeah.
And she can shut the thing down. I'm telling you facts. Fact, I go with the single guy
I think I'll
every
go with
time.
the single guy
I go with the single time.
because he
Every
has no
time.
attachments.
He has no time.
He's focused.
The guy is focused on the business. This man is thinking of family. The man, you even coming to meet him, he will like, are you married? Are you
Do you
this
know
thing?
why I'll go for the married man?
Talk to me.
Because the married man is more hungry. He has mouths to feed. I'm telling you, there is a different motivation you get as a man.
Are you telling me
when
every
you
married-
sit up when you have kids and when you don't have
Are you
kids?
telling me every married
Because when
man
you have kids-
caters? Are you telling me that every married man caters for their family? Is
Every-
that why you're telling
every
me?
mar-
Once you are married, you cater automatically.
Every married
you
man,
don't. It's not
immediately he starts having kids, he serves his kids.
No,
He's
you're
saving
wrong.
everything for his
There
kids.
are cases.
deadbeat
There are
dads.
cases of
That's what's
deadbeat dads.
expected.
Deadbeat dads.
That's why I say
absent.
traditional men.
Yeah.
No, they are not
Of course,
plenty.
they're deadbeats, Dad.
They are
Of
not
course,
plenty.
There are lots of those.
See, responsible. See, it's just not just because you are married, automatically you are responsible.
I agree with that.
So that's what
I
we're
agree
that's
with
what
that.
we're talking about.
Think
But
there's
that's
so
a
many other
different thing.
factors tied into this, and
Okay.
I like the direction we're going into. I am of the school of thought that the world has evolved and changed so much that traditional ethics doesn't really apply in today's world. And if we really break it down, I think women have more to lose being married than men have more to lose. And the reason I'm saying
No, they have
this
more
is
to
that-
gain.
They have more to gain.
more
Yeah,
to
more to
lose. I
gain.
know what I'm saying.
Okay,
being
go ahead,
married.
go ahead.
When a woman is married, she focuses on ensuring that she keeps her home. She tries everything possible. For the modern day man, you see what he's saying at home, he can find out there. He can get it easily.
If you talk about the modern day man, you must talk about the modern day woman too.
Yeah.
Because a modern day woman, if the husband goes out and cheats, the modern day woman, some would say, if you can do it, I can do
do it too.
Because they have the women cannot be downtrodden anymore.
Yeah.
They have the gusto, they have role models that have gone into, that have become captains of industry, they are achieving, and it's not those days of the Boston Tea Party. Now, the glass ceiling has been broken.
Do we need to bring shame back?
What?
I said this. Do we need to bring shame back?
How do you mean?
Shame.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't have any shame.
How are you going to bring shame back?
I'll give an example.
When our values,
the values are
the
gone.
values are all
that's
topsy-turvy.
You see, this is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If everybody keeps saying our values are gone, then they'll actually be gone. But if we keep saying we are not going to put light on this because of our values, we can do that.
No. You have to do that as a communal society. You can't be a lone voice in the wilderness and say our values are here. Let me tell you something about words. Words are words. Actions are louder than words. There's a saying, don't tell me who you are. You know why? Because who you are beckons so loudly that I cannot hear what you're saying to the contrary.
Wow.
So I see your actions. It's not by words. What we are, we are. If we don't change our actions, words cannot do it. Words are used by people who hoodwink citizenries and say, hey, this is it. If you are suave, if you are eloquent, and if you know how to... Do you know that in a country like Nigeria, it's easy for somebody to scam 1 million people than for them to scam 2 people? Because everybody does this bandwagon effect. Go to any post on any of these blogs. Check out the first comment. Scroll down. That first comment, everybody will say it's true. Everybody's following.
Everyone follows the lead.
That is the problem. So right now, words will not help it. Words ain't gonna cut it. What we need to do is look at ourselves, but we have to synchronize. If you look at yourself and say, I want to change, my brother, that change will last only 5 days, because you'll find out that you've not been able to get anybody to buy into your philosophy.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You have it. You are strong. See, it's just like people saying, oh, when you go into government, I want to go and make change. Then you go into government and you see the cesspool that is there. How are you going to change? Some of them, if you don't like, just sit down, collect this, just relax. I am telling you, you will change.
No, but I feel like I agree with you, but I feel like what you're preaching is...
I'm not preaching, I'm just saying
I feel like what you're saying is it is what it is.
Yes.
No, but I disagree to that mentality. I feel like for change to be made, we need to speak against the norm. And if the norm has been the norm, and we don't like the norm, why shouldn't we speak against it?
No, you can speak against it, but I'm not saying. But
But if all you do is speak,
there is no assurance that there will be change after your speech.
Yeah.
But with that mentality, how would there be change?
There can be change because we've seen speeches delivered and no change.
Imagine if during the slave trade era, where people were trying to abolish slavery, all the slaves are like, oh, it's not going to work. Some people said that. And so people were like, now we're actually going to fight. If some of us die, we die, but we're going to be free.
That was a different generation where there were no distractions.
I feel like people don't just want to die.
No, you're right about that. People don't want to die, number one.
Yeah. Because people don't want to die because the same people you're trying to save will chastise you for trying to save them when you fail and when you die.
Exactly.
It's happened. It's happened.
At this point,
many
I need
years.
to take a couple of social media feedback on the things we've talked about, and then we need to wrap up the show with the toast of the week. And
I think you guys should make this show 2 hours.
Bro,
Facts.
Okay.
So TVC,
noted.
TVC, big guns and
2-hour segments.
Big honchos. They should make it 2 hours, right? Because you can never.
Time, it's not enough.
It's not enough. It can't be enough.
This is barbershop talk.
Yeah.
That's it.
All
right, so we have Agbenga. Agbenga says, Olamide, the video we just watched, is it true? Question mark. A 45-year-old man still staying with his parents and still being entitled. It's very true.
Dude, I thought it was a skit myself.
Yeah, he should come to Nigeria for 3 months. We want to show him something. Adayo says, the thing making me laugh is the pastor that says the 40-something-year-old woman, who are you leaving them for? Okay, anyways, I think men that do that are selfish. How can you, a 46-year-old man, look at a 21-year-old girl? Go down now. Okay, thank you, Adayo. Ashon says, it's always a pleasure seeing Frank Edor on the BlackTable. I always look forward to submissions.
Thank you.
At Awa says, Miracle just got here, but is dropping germs.
Yeah, dropping knowledge.
But really, I am Datum, a married man right now.
You're dating.
Dating. Oh, I am dating. Oh, DATUM. Is that what they? Okay.
No. I think it's
whatever the slang is. Yeah, I'm dating a married man right now. I have no intention to scatter his home or marry him, but he is the best relationship I have ever
It's the best
had.
relationship
Wait, hold
because
on,
he
He takes care of me, pays my bills. I do not lack anything. I will never give that up for a small boy at the moment.
Oh,
I
you're a
beg.
side piece.
wow.
Yeah.
You're a side piece.
Yeah, side
Wow.
piece.
You see what I say about social media? Now,
Exactly.
someone is going to hear that and say, well, you know, that's the norm and
That's the
everything.
norm,
Before you
yeah.
know, there's an infestation of people like that.
Yeah,
you know, and
exactly.
stuff
Oh, no,
like
they're
that.
all
Like
over.
cider budge. All right.
That way.
Whoa,
I said that.
No, but I
whoa.
said this. If you say something online and she's the first person that comes out to defend you, you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
You have to be wrong.
No, come on. Listen to me.
if Cider Budge comes out to defend you,
Miracle.
bro, delete whatever you posted because you're wrong.
Miracle.
I'm
Miracle.
telling you.
Let me tell you something about human beings. There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society. I heard that thing and I went crazy when I was in the University of Calabar and the guy cited some examples. Let me tell you something. Cider Budge cannot be wrong all the time.
Oh, no, she's wrong.
She
I don't
cannot.
know.
There is nobody in this world, even even a spoiled clock is correct twice a day.
Unless a broken clock.
A broken clock, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's correct 1 second of the day.
No,
Because-
twice. Twice, yes.
Okay. At
It
this
shows that
point,
it's not completely
No,
wrong.
that girl needs to be. I don't know.
No.
We
See,
need to protest against her.
Why?
No, we have to
Protest.
She's a.
You are going to leave.
actually-
You are going to
actually
leave what the economy is
Yeah.
doing to poor people and protest against
I
Cider
understand
Budge.
her source of entertainment, but a source of advice? No.
She doesn't advise. She just does commentary. And
Yeah.
if somebody does commentary,
Yeah.
that is
I
their
feel like she should
opinion.
just
That's
come out
the
and
thing
say that-
about Nigeria
She
and
should
this
just come out and say
generation.
she does comedy. I swear she dropped an album like 2 months ago.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that the people that attacked Dave
my.
Chappelle because of comedy, he should tell them that it's just comedy? Of course it's just comedy. You should know how to distinguish
Cider Budge
as
and Dave Chappelle, no.
as intellect.
Okay.
No. I'm saying that.
to go on
Wait,
and on.
no. Let me land. I'm saying that the lack of an audience to understand and distinguish between sarcasm, joke, and someone's opinion.
Which one is it though?
No, it doesn't matter. Even
which one do you think it is?
if it's any of the above, the audience should take it like that's an opinion. It's not a
It's an
decree.
opinion.
No.
Exactly.
It's not a
an
decree.
opinion.
No.
It's an opinion. At
Otherwise,
this
you are
point,
infringing on
I
their
just want to
fundamental
say-
human
freedom.
rights.
I'm infringing on her rights. I'm infringing on Cider Budge's rights.
I think that's a
I agree on infringing on her rights. I said we write a petition. The EFCC
No.
since they arrested everybody. We might as well pick her up.
No, that's-
they're probably in the same role.
No,
At this
Orchard.
point-
that's
Yeah, I know.
personal vitriol.
I
That's
saw
what
her
I
Chicken
call it.
Republic one time.
Okay.
You gotta go. I'm gonna write a petition.
Why didn't you protest when you had the time in
Oh, no, I'm
Chicken?
gonna write a petition tonight. A strong email too. Write a strong email
All
to
right,
the
so
EFCC.
we won't be able to take just the tip and the toast of the day. But yeah, we can toast to the men of the BlackTable
Yes.
tonight. Thank you, gentlemen.
I toast
pleasure.
to his outfit.
Yes.
Yeah. Toast to traditional men.
Of course.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Toast to traditional men. Oh,
Whoa,
yo.
spilled.
wow.
It's all good.
The universe
At this
didn't.
point,
The
we need to
universe
take-
saw that.
Like,
They
yeah,
saw the
you
phone,
know,
so
I'm going to
and spilled your drinks when it.
All right. We'll see you guys same time, same station next week.
Yeah.
It's still the BlackTable. Have a good night.